The Story of Haru. Haru, Horus, was a god in ancient Egypt. He was a sky god, the son of Asaru and Aset, and wears the head of a falcon. His consort was the goddess Hathor, and in some cases seen as his mother. Haru comes from the root word Hor, meaning mountain. Haru literally means the mountainous one, and he is the 19th deity in the Egyptian Nubian pantheon, part of the legendary Ennead. Horus was so influential in ancient Egypt that most of the pharaohs in Egypt had a Horus name. His life story is not only important in the field of Egyptology, but also in shaping religion as we know it today. Haru's life story is identical to Jesus's. In fact, many scholars admit Jesus was plagiarized from Horus. For example, Dr. York writes that the Jesus of your Bible came from the Tamarine deity Haru, or Horus, and Christianity came from the various stories from Egypt. The story was just reiterated, as most stories in your Bible are. Tom Harper, the author of The Pagan Christ, says that Christianity was invented wholly from Egyptian mythology, and that Jesus Christ is simply Horus reimagined. The movie Zeitgeist explains how the story of Jesus is not only a plagiarized version of the Egyptian Horus story, but a direct analogy of the sun. I could go on. So here is the story of Horus. Horus's father was Asaru, Osiris, son of Geb and Nut. Asaru was murdered by his brother Setuk, who wanted to take his brother's throne. Setuk, Set, made a chest for Asaru and tricked him into getting into it, then sealed the chest, making it a deadly coffin. He then carried his chest to the mouth of the Nile and cast it into the sea. Aset, Isis, seeking her husband to give him a rightful burial, found herself at the shores of Byblos in Phoenicia, where the chest had washed up. She then recovered the chest from the rulers of Byblos, King Melthacus, and his female ruler, who had erected a pillar over it to support their palace. Set found out she recovered the body, captured it and cut it up into 14 pieces, and threw it into the Nile Sea. Aset and her sister, Nephthys, searched the Nile and found all of the pieces except for the phallus, penis. Using her magic, she skillfully brought the individual parts together and made the body whole again. Then she wrapped him in bandages of a mummy. Aset took the form of a bird and used her wings to blow air into his nostrils, restoring his soul to life and making it free to depart into the other world. Still in the form of a bird, Aset came to rest on the body of her dead husband, and using her magic, she conceived their son, Haru. Haru and Aset remained in hiding in the swamps of the delta until Haru was strong enough and old enough to avenge his father. He then set up troops in the swamp and battled Setuk, who had taken rulership while Aset went in search of Asaru's body. The soldiers that were under Setuk broke rank for their loyalty to Asaru and fought with Haru. Haru defeated Setuk, but not before losing his right eye to Setuk, which became known as Ujet. This short story explains the birth story of Horus, in absence of his father Asaru, hence the Immaculate Conception. It is a short form of the Osiris myth, which I will speak about in due course. You can find a full comparison between Jesus and Haru from my video, The Bible's Plagiarized from Ancient Egypt. Haru with his parents Asaru and Aset form a triad, one of a few triads in Egyptian mythology. Most Christians are completely ignorant to the fact that their religion was grafted out of ancient Egypt. But being a black Christian is an insult to your intelligence and your ancestors because they've taken your history and used it as a weapon against you, to keep you in ignorance and stop you from forming the link with your parents, claiming your birthright as sons and daughters of the Neteru, the source of our true power. Black people should be aware and proud of their Egyptian roots, but most importantly, make that connection back to source. That's it for this video. I hope you've learned and grown from it. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe and share with your network. Shagun Star Child, Black Egyptians. You cannot stop my fate.